Alright, welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore Season 3, Episode 17 on day 837. So, since last episode, I've done even more work here at Spawn Chunks, and the first thing I did was I set up the filter. It's a really weird hopper line. I acknowledge this. This is kind of ugly here, and I'm going to fix it at some point, especially this part. Like, why does it stick out so much? I don't know. But this is a filter that filters out the poppies from the system and brings them down into this composter, and as you can see, it dispenses out bone meal. These are the hoppies that hoppies? Yes, the hoppies. These are the poppies that I have collected thus far, and I'm just leaving this here in case I ever need a massive amount of red dye for something. But all the future poppies go into the composter, which are then sent into this device, which shoots it up through the water elevator into the water stream, and then I have made a spot down there for bone meal. So that is set up, and you will also notice that this place up here looks really weird. And that is because I moved the sugarcane farm, and I got rid of the top 4 layers of chest because they were all filled with sugarcane. Where did I move the sugarcane to, you may ask? Down here. So these, wow, okay, so this chest, everything below it, and these 3 columns are all filled with sugarcane. And so when I was moving the sugarcane down here, I was like, wow, this really did not fill up as much space as I was expecting it to. I thought I'd have more sugarcane. I mean, I have so much extra storage for it. So I rebuilt the sugarcane farm in the agriculture section, and as I started producing it again, I was like, you know, I'm really not getting as much sugarcane as I remember. I know. Let's make 3 sugarcane farms. So, now, down here, I have 3 separate zero-tick sugarcane farms, which 2 of them have mysteriously turned off. They do this now and then. It happens when I leave the world and join back in, they sometimes stop. But it's quite loud in this area. But yeah, now we get even more sugarcane. You can see it just went up 3 again. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous how much sugarcane we're getting. And then I also fixed and turned the gunpowder farm back on, and yeah, we have a lot of gunpowder. I mean, look at how fast it goes up. Look at that. It's just like a consistent, like, flow of gunpowder into the storage unit. And I mean, once we have all of these full, we're not going to have much of a use for gunpowder again. I can just turn off the farm for a while, and then eventually, if we ever need gunpowder again, I can just turn it back on. So, yeah, it's pretty insane. But this chest is now completely filled with stuff. Oh, God. I don't know why I have wool in here. I don't need that in there. But, as I said in the last episode, that was going to be the last episode we were going to work here in Spawn Chunks for a while. I'm still going to be maybe doing some work here and there off camera, but I won't be dedicating an episode to building here for quite a while yet. So that means we're going to be moving back into Farming Village and do some work there, finish up that project. For the most part, this place is pretty much finished. While we don't have the black concrete in yet, we have the main farms that I wanted to build here. We're going to be adding, obviously, for pretty much the entire span of this world. Until I die, we will still be doing work here, and we will still be adding new farms, most likely. And this place will be ever evolving, so if in the next episode my iron farm breaks, we'll have to change it. And I already have plans to change the squid farm down there since it doesn't work. So, yeah, I think for now we can finish up spawn chunks. For now. And get back to work in other areas. Now, I was debating moving all of the storage I have left up here to a new location, but I've decided to just leave it for now. I did intend to rip this place, like, completely down, but I don't have enough storage over at the farming village for, like, this much cobblestone. I just don't have the storage I need. So, this thing will probably stay here until I get my mega base done, which is going to be the build project we start on after farming village is complete. I do want to just jump straight into this next build idea I have because it's so awesome, and I've been wanting to build this for months now, but I don't want to jump into another project while farming village is still incomplete. I mean, we started work here on spawn chunks before farming village was complete, and I don't want to do that again. So, yeah, I think we're gonna spend the next little while... Uh-oh. What? That's an issue. Does that happen everywhere? That better not. But, yeah, I'm gonna... Farming village should only take another couple weeks or so to finish. Oh dear, that happens everywhere. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'll fix it later. I need to stop getting distracted. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just head back over into spawn chunks. Not spawn chunks. We're gonna head back to farming village and finally do some work there. While I'm here on the nether roof, I'd actually like to point out a couple new things. You may have noticed these two portals, and there's another one over there. You see, the village that was next to spawn chunks didn't give me enough villagers for the iron farm, so I had to go to a couple other villages, which is why this portal and the one over there appeared. But while I'm here, I wanted to tell you guys the idea I have in mind for the nether hub. Now, I don't know if this is going to stick or not, but the idea I had was I get this idea from the Hermitcraft server. I'm going to make like a mini replica of the world on the nether hub out of concrete. So like on the floor it'll be a big map of the world with concrete. And so I think it'd be pretty cool so that we could just have this, like, it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome to have, you know? But the only reason I'm not sure I want to do that is I don't want to, like, extend it in a direction for quite a while if it's not going to be, like, if I'm never going to go out in this direction. I don't want to expand the map out in that area. But at the same time, if I just cut it off here, I feel like it'll look a little weird. So I think what we could do is we could have black concrete walls while the floor is the map, and then if we ever want to go out in a certain direction, we can just bust down the wall, extend it out to that location, depending on like where we want to go and stuff. So that's the idea I had for here. Again, I'm not sure if this will stick. I might do something else. We'll see. We'll at least wait to start this until after farming village is complete. So, yeah, we're not going to jump into that yet. So here we are back at the starter base, back at home. And, yeah, we're gonna... I have some ideas for what we can do today. I want to, first of all, I want to map out where all the rest of the stuff we want to be here is going to be. So, I'm going to map out all the buildings, mark them with signs on what they're going to be. I'm going to mark out the rest of the pens that are going to be holding animals and stuff across the prairie over here. And maybe build up these walls here or get all of the paths laid out for this whole place. And then, yeah, it's not actually going to be that long till we complete it. It's just going to be the builds we're going to do, like the houses and stuff, and then like the walls of the pens and farms. And then there's the paths, and I want to incorporate more of this kind of forest design here into the entire build. Like, I want to have more of this. So I'll probably decorate more like foresty areas along the path and stuff, instead of having just along the paths we can have, instead of just having these walls. So, like, I want to finish up that area because I meant to have that stuff over there too. But I think, yeah, I'm just going to get a bunch of cobblestone and spruce wood and start marking out where all the stuff is going to be. Okay, everyone, so I kind of have mapped out all the stuff. So, if I come over here, these pens are a little wonky, to be honest, and might not stay, but this is the general area of where they're going to be. So this is going to be the sheep pen. I'm going to terraform these whole cliffs back here to be like more sheer, more rocky, so that the animals can't just jump on out. Then here is the cow pen. The stone represents the path and where it's going to be going. So coming along the path, this is going to be a big foresty area between everything, like the one we have by the house. And then coming along, we have the pigs and the chickens. Now, this area with the chickens is going to be heavily terraformed to look better. So that's why it's kind of small and weird and close to the pigs. And then actually the path is going to continue on and just kind of like stop here-ish. It's just going to kind of fade away into the grass. And then if we come back over here, we have, here is the library, where that's going to go. And if you go up over here, we have a house here. The forest area is going to extend over here. Another house here. Another house there. Maybe I'll build something here. And then here there's going to be another house and a little kind of area that looks over the lower half of the village. And then up here, we're going to have a big tower. Yeah, here it is. There's going to be a big tower going up on the highest hill. And then if we come back down along this way, we have a house here. Then we're going to have a stable, since it's kind of, I don't know, it just seems like in the heat of in like the middle of the village, it would make sense to have a stable. And then we have a house, a shed for tools, then another house. And I was going to make a market stall here early as well, but I decided against it, and I'll tell you guys why in a second. But over here, if you come up this way on the path, it's gonna come over onto it. There's gonna be a bridge here, and this island's gonna be like a dock area. And then over this way, like on the part where it connects, it's gonna come all the way around on the coast through the forest. I might build like a water mill here somewhere, because I feel like that'd be pretty cool. And then here we are back to the main part of the village. So as I just said, we're not going to be doing a market stall. So I was trying to think of reasons, like things that would exist in this village and reasons why it's here and what they would be doing. So if you guys all remember, the story I have come up with for this world is that it's long ago there was like the ancient race of people, and then they accidentally, long story short, they accidentally unleashed a bunch of like monster dragon creatures, and they completely destroyed the world. It was like the apocalypse. And so this farming village we've built up here was built by some of the survivors. Was like some survivors gathered here and started living. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. There was someone who kind of settled down here. Sorry, I'm really having trouble with my words right now. And as over time and like as new generations came, more and more people gathered, and it this is what it is now, just a big farming village. And this whole world takes place like a few generations after the whole apocalypse thing. So I think that since it's post-apocalyptic and there's no big like government, there's no big civilization, that it makes sense that such a small village that's just them, no one else, like they would be a very close community. All the families are really close, you know, they're friendly with each other. So I just don't think that a market stall would be that, like, I don't think it would fit with with the town, because okay, sure, you need money, but what are they going to spend the money on? The only place your money, I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid, but I just don't think that if this is like the only place they're ever going to be, the only place they're ever living, and they're all friends with each other, I don't think that money would be something that they used. Like, I think that it would just be them just kind of doing everything for each other, since they're such like a close community. And I mean, if you get money for buying like food or something, you're just gonna turn around and spend that on, like, I don't know, you're not gonna invest in business, like make a big business. You're not gonna invest in like land or anything. You just kind of, I don't know, live here and you're all friends and stuff. So maybe I'm being stupid, I don't know, it just does, it seems right to me. So I didn't want to do that market stall. So if I think of anything else that a small village like this would really need, I'll add it. But like, I don't know. I'll add to this place as we go, tinker with some ideas and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the whole basis here. I think what I'm probably gonna do now is set up the potato field walls, get that all fine and dandy. And then I also kind of want to move all these villagers out of here, because there's some in the well, there's some under those stuff. Then our mending guy's in here. Hello? Yep, he's still selling mending. Just making sure, you never know, man, you never know. So yeah, I'm gonna probably move these villagers first, and then start building up the walls there. Alright, so first things first, I went ahead and I moved all of the villagers out of the area down there where the village is going to be, and I just kind of made this underground area here like I've done in the past season, and they're all just chilling down here. That's our mending guy, who is also selling infinity, which is really, really good. I'm very happy with that. Now we have a mending and infinity guy, because obviously this bow, I did recently repair it, but it's not going to last forever, so we're going to need a good place to get things like infinity and other bow enchants, so that whenever we need to, we can just quickly make a new bow that's god tier like this one. But I also finished off the wall there, and I didn't just put the outline of it, I finished the whole wall, texture variation and everything. So yeah, now you can come down this path, and we have the two entrances to the carrot and potato fields here, and then the wheat field is right here, all kind of in this mini plaza area. Plaza? What am I talking about? This central area. But I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do next. I don't want to, like, I'm not sure if I want to get into the big stuff, like building these buildings up and like that sort of things, but at the same time I don't want to do any more wall building, because doing the texture variation is boring as shit. I'll be, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not super pumped about finishing this build, because I'm not the biggest fan of just building big towns and stuff that follow a certain theme. But maybe I can like build up the stables and like redo the well, get some paths down in here, like around here. I can finish up this path. But remember how a few episodes back I said something about the mine here, and how I'm not actually going to make a mine entrance probably? Well, this whole thing I just talked about in the last clip has kind of made me want to actually do that again, because since they're like the only people here that, like, the only civilization that they know of, hint hint, and the only kind of, like, people here, it would make sense that they make their own mine to get resources to build these walls and build up the houses. So I probably will go along with that idea, but I don't want to stay building it in this area for much longer. So maybe what I'm thinking I'll do is I can just, like, spend a day getting the forest up, spend a day getting some, like, spend a few days getting all these buildings up, and then spend, like, a single day getting the walls up and for these and the animals in place. So then we won't have to stay here building for super long, and we can get into the project I'm really excited for, which is, of course, the mega base I have in mind, which I will tell you guys about when I'll tell you guys what the build is itself once we get into working there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, like, get to work building up a stable, and then maybe we could build up that tower in this episode. Okay, so I've built up the stable, and this is what it looks like. Not that good, to be honest. I'm not that big a fan of it. I think it looks decent, but for, like, a stable, I just think it doesn't really... It looks better from down here, but, like, I don't know, something about it just does not look good to me. Maybe if I get rid of... I don't know. I think it kind of... The ceiling droops too much, and it comes too far down. That makes it look somewhat better. I'm going to do that on all sides. I might completely change this design later. I'm just not feeling it for some reason. I think it looks alright, but for a stable, I'm just not sure that it kind of fits. But we have this dude in here, who was the first horse we tamed. Then all of the areas have some hay and water. And then I planned on getting a second horse in here, but there's none around. And apart from this, there's no other, like, plains very close by that I can get a horse from. And I'm too lazy to bring it over here. So maybe one day I'll bring one over. But not today. I think I'm gonna maybe work on the well next. I don't know. Maybe that or the tower. And I don't know. I'm thinking I really want to build the tower for some reason. Like, specifically the tower. I just really want to build it. I don't know why. It just seems like it'd be fun to build. But it is nice to see that this place finally has, like, its like first little build to it. The village actually has its first kind of structure. So I'm either gonna do the well or the thing yet next, the tower, and then I have an idea for something we can do. I don't know if it'll end the episode because I don't know how long this has been going on for, but I want to set something up for... I'll just tell you guys when I'm doing it. So I'll see you guys when I've either built up the well or the tower. Okay, so I have built up the well. I think it looks fairly okay. I think there's a bit too much cobblestone. I might change it to stone brick later because I just feel like there's too much. But yeah, we've got... Actually, I might want to take the water out of the bucket, right? Maybe? I don't know. I'm just gonna... I'll leave it in for now. But basically, it didn't actually take that long to make. But next I will definitely be doing the tower, but not in this episode, I don't think. I think what I want to do is I want to calculate how much sand and gravel we exactly should need for the concrete at spawn chunks and the glass, of course. And then I want to make like this little bank area so that when I get a bunch of sand, I can just kind of deposit it in that bank. Same with the gravel. And so I can never take from it, so that eventually down the line, after doing some sand gathering and gravel gathering sessions, we can just have it all ready to go. Especially, we're going to need quite a bit of sand for this next project I'm going to be doing, the mega base. So, I don't want to be tempted at taking a bunch of sand I've already gathered for spawn chunks for the base. But then again, the sand that I'm going to use for our base isn't going to be there permanently. Hint, hint. So, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal if we use some of it. So, I kind of want to get something like that set up at Spawn Chunks itself. Okay, so I'm back over here at Spawn Chunks, and we are going to set up the little banking system for where we're going to keep the items for the concrete. But before I get into that stuff, some big news is released recently that I've learned of, and that is that the Nether update will come out on Tuesday, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days from now. Yes, I had to count because I'm an idiot. So that means in 5 days, those 3 farms are going to break. That iron farm will most likely break. And this creeper farm has a very, very slight chance that it will maybe break. So, yeah. Right after we finish building all of it, they're going to break again. So, that's a little unfortunate. But as you guys see, I expected to have a lot more sugarcane than I actually do. Like, we have just started on this chest by the looks of it. The hopper here, back right there, is starting to get filled up. So, oh yeah, and also, this is how much iron we have. These 3 are filled, and this one's almost filled up. So, I think over the next couple days, I'm just going to probably AFK at least a few of the nights before the Nether update comes out, so that I can get a shitload of sugarcane and a shitload of iron. But if I do that, I'll either AFK outside of spawn chunks so the creeper farm is not running, or just turn it off, because, like, we have a stupid amount of gunpowder. Like, this farm is so damn efficient. It's ridiculous. Look at that. It's just constantly going up. Luckily, though, well, everything does stay loaded in spawn chunks while you're not in there. Hostile mobs do not. So I have to be here for the gunpowder farm to be going. And I also don't know if I'm actually going to update to the Nether, to the 2.1.16 right away, because there could be some ridiculous bug that just completely breaks your world or just kills you in some stupid way. So I might hold off for a few days before actually updating to see if there's any, like, stupid, ridiculous bug that will prevent, that'll, like, just kill me immediately. If it's something where, like, the world generation, like, the world corrupts and I don't actually die, I'll revert back to an old backup. But if I just die to something, I will probably just move on to a new world. But I've been doing some calculations, and it turns out I was completely wrong about the amount of double chests I needed. So let me go through it here. Spawn chunks is 304 by 304 blocks, meaning that spawn chunk, the area is 92,416. This whole, all the blocks down here, there's a floor of 92,000 blocks. So that means I will need 92,000 black concrete. However, the crafting recipe for black concrete, you use 4 sand and 4 gravel for 8 black concrete. So if we divide 92,416 by 2, we get 46,208, meaning I need 46,000 sand and 46,000 gravel. And divide it into stacks of 64, that is 722 stacks of sand and gravel. And if you divide that into, in a shulker box, there are 27 slots, of 64. So if I divide 722 by 27, I get 26.7 shulker boxes full of sand and gravel. And if we were filling up double chests, the amount of spaces I have doubles. So that'll be 13.3 double chests full of sand and 13.3 double chests full of gravel. But to be safe, I'm going to get an entire double chest extra full of sand and gravel in case my calculations are wrong or off by a little bit. So I'm going to get 14 and a half double chests full of gravel, 14 and a half double chests of sand. So, all of my calculations there could be completely wrong, and I could need 20 double chests full because I'm really bad at math. But I think I'm correct here in those calculations. So, but obviously, some of you guys are wondering, the point of this is to be spawn proof. So I'm gonna need the layer of black glass over the black concrete to make it spawn proof. And because of that, I'm going to need 92,416 extra sand to smelt into glass. Oh yeah, I never fixed this problem, did I? Yeah, I definitely say that's an issue. I'm going to have to fix that at some point. I don't know what's causing it. But that means I will need 30 double chests full of black glass. Oh my god, this is ridiculous, dude. And I think, so for every, I'll do the calculations for how much black dye I need later, but I think that I'll need somewhere, I'm not even going to make a guess, I'll probably be horribly wrong. But yeah, that's the situation. So I'm going to build up a spot to put this little bank, and then I'll bring you guys back when that's all finished. Alright, here we are. I once again just built another platform out right here, but these are 30 double chests for the black glass. These are 15 double chests for gravel and 15 double chests for sand. So yeah, honestly, it's not as much as I was expecting, but obviously I'm gonna need a shitload of sand in particular because I need to fill up all these with sand for the glass, but at the same time I also need this much extra sand. Gravel won't be too hard to get. I'll probably focus on gravel first, but again, because I'm going to be needing a lot of sand, probably more than this, for this next project coming up, it's going to be quite annoying to get all this sand I need. But yeah, I think that I can probably squeeze in another video or two before the Nether update comes out, and I might not even be playing immediately once the update is here. But I think I'm gonna end the episode. I don't know if it's been that long, but I'm sorry if it is short, but I don't really have anything else to do in this episode. I'll probably either do some terraforming for the chicken pen and fix up the placements of everything in the farming village between episodes, and maybe build a house up or two and get like the general design that I'm going for down. But I don't know. I'll probably do some work there at Spawn Chunks. But yeah, for now I'm going to end off the episode. So thank you all for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.